This is Richard back at you. Today we're working on a 2014 Chevrolet 2500 pickup. It's got a 6L80/6L90 6-speed in it. These trannies come out in the Corvettes, the Cadillacs, the pickups, the little minivan, not minivans, but box vans and stuff like that. The Chevy pickup had this type of bell housing, 4-wheel drive adapter. If it had a 2-wheel drive, it had a 2-wheel drive adapter back here. If it had a Cadillac Escalade, it come out with a different bell housing in the front. It come out with the 2-wheel drive housing in the back. So these are pretty neat trannies. We're excited to be able to tear it down and show you guys what these things are about. This is the vent tube right here. Got your pressure tap here. Put a pressure gauge to it here. This is a identification tag, and actually I can't tell you exactly what these are. I just know the A does mean for a 6L80, and then your dates and stuff like that. I got a chart over here that tells me everything. But it's been built by GM. This company's putting multiple GM trannies in these trucks, and they're just not holding up because they're just putting stock units in them. And we're going to build this one really tough for the guys. So let's get this thing apart and see what it looks like. Got our Milwaukee impact going good. I really like that thing. Working really nice for me. Now he did bring me this as a carryout, which they're going to bring me the truck to put in. So we're going to kind of going in this a little bit blind. Normally we'd run a computer check on this truck and everything and find out all codes, all the information we could before you even pulled this unit out. That way we kind of know where we're headed when we build this thing back. But we're going to go in this one a little bit blind and get the truck back in here, put the unit back in, and do our thing then. But we're going to build him a really nice tranny. So get this filter off here. Got a lot of metal here. You can just see it shining on the filter right there. I don't know if that's out of the converter or what. These actually have converter failure issues. The clutch ain't very big in here, and we're going to actually go back with a billet converter to beef this thing up quite a bit there. So got a detent spring here. I'll throw this stuff to the side a little bit. Now we got our park, reverse, neutral switch right here. When you move your shifter, this here move back and forth right here. Tells the computer what gear you got it in when you moved it. You get over here, you pull this little lock up right here. You squeeze this and pull it up, and then you come in here. We take a small pair of pliers and just grab this right here like this. No twisting. Just shake it like that, and it'll come right out. No twisting, because you can break the locking tab that put it in the right direction. So you don't, no twisting on that at all. But that's how you get that out of there. So this valve body is really interesting. I mean, this tranny and computer system is really complex. Get this out of here really quick. Flip this over. Let's see here. Got your speed sensor here that physically counts this drum turning right here. Kind of crazy how they do things nowadays. They just kind of point it at it and say, let's go for a ride. But here's your seals that physically seal the valve body to your pump and to your support. These seals, this will come out here just like this. You always replace these. The kit will come with them. There's some right here. There's some right here. Like that. Kind of like a 400 tranny. Shift kits come with these. You kind of tap them in to seal the support to it. So kind of let me give you a little rundown on this. I'm not going to take this apart, but give you an idea how this thing works. Now this thing physically has a mainline pressure solenoid that controls all mainline pressure. And then it's got a pressure control solenoid that controls shift feel per gear. It has 2 shift solenoids. It has a lockup solenoid. It has a pillow switch in here just like your 4L60E does. Let me show you. You give you a little recognizer for 4L60E. But now that you know what I'm talking about, this has one in here too. That's actually under here. When I take it apart, it's physically in here. So, pretty interesting. Got your big connector here. Now this is physically the ECM for this tranny right here. So anytime you replace this piece right here, you have to have the tranny flashed so the vehicle and the tranny will know each other. If not, when you put it in, the park reverse lights in the dash won't light up. None of that stuff will work. The vehicle still move forwards and backwards, but it will not work properly. It will not self-learn or anything like that. Now, after we have these flashed with the correct information and stuff, we still physically have to go out and drive this thing and let it self-learn each shift, because this thing learns, like if Trent's driving it, if I'm driving it, if my grandmother's driving or anything like that, it changes shift feel, pattern, all that type of stuff. So these are really sophisticated trannies. I like them a lot. Pretty much just an open case here.
And I don't know if you did. I'm thinking you did, just to make sure. This is a TCM. You said E.
Oh, did I? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
You're
Did
good.
I say ECM?
Yeah, he meant TCM.
Yeah, trans control module is right here.
There you go. You're good.
Right. But if you don't program it, it won't recognize the ECM and the trans control
Yes,
module
sir.
and all that stuff. They just won't know each other.
Won't quit. Yeah.
Thank you, Trent.
No, you're fine. I didn't want to cut you off.
If I can get in here on this thing.
That's a bad boy.
Yeah, it works. Works pretty good. You hear how hard that thing hits?
I'm telling you. You can hear it.
Works really good. Now this pump reminds me of the 4L60E pumps. They got a boost valve, pressure regulator valve, got the lockup valve, got the converter fill valve, all that type of stuff inside. So I'm gonna pull this out real quick, real gentle, so you guys can get a general idea what this thing looks like. Hopefully, get my lockup O-ring off really quick. Sorry.
Lockup O-ring.
Got in a hurry. Sorry about that. Actually, it's about, what time is it? It's a quarter to 5.
Getting close to 5. We're doing good.
I promised Teresa I'd take her out to eat tonight. And she called to remind me. So I'm not forgetting.
You heard that.
Yes.
Not forgetting.
And we'll turn this over here like this and get this apart. Now we're going to go through step by step on this thing. That way you can get a general idea what this looks like, because this thing's really neat. Get my socket off. I'm still trying to get this thing broke in. My little clip right there holds my socket, because it's still nice and tight. But I like this thing because I'm not toting my hose around with me. Oops. I haven't dipped it in oil yet, but I've pretty much soaked it now.
Pretty close.
Yeah, it ain't missed a lick. It's just been, it ain't even smoked or nothing. Normally when I get my other ones in oil, they smoke for a little bit until they clean up. But get all my bolts out of here and pick this up. Okay. Now this piece does unbolt too, but I'm not going to unbolt it for right now. I'm just going to leave it like it is. But then I'm going to kind of show you what this thing looks like here. Okay. Now we still have our pressure control solenoid, or not solenoid, but boost valve and regulator valve right there. We have our lockup valve. I mean, it's just like a 4L60. Kind of looks the same.
Mm-hmm.
Gives you a general idea. Stator looks really good. The body looks really nice. So, actually got a little bit of wear right there. I don't like that.
Well, you can almost see it.
Yeah, you can see it. I mean, I can feel it. So, I really don't want no damage in this unit because things are very expensive. Now, like I was telling you, anytime you have damage in the pump, it destroys the bell housing because physically everything is inside this bell housing right here. So, but it looks just like a 4L60E. Got all your paddles, rings. Got your lockup stuff here, or your guide, excuse me. Pump guide. I'm gonna get in here and look at this, kind of see, because we're going to replace all this stuff in here. You just want to be careful when you take things apart, because just me messing with this aluminum right here like I'm doing, that scuffs it up. So anytime I get done building this, I'll go in here and flat file this whole surface. That way I know it's 100% flat. Just me touching it, moving it around, can cause issues, cause dents and stuff that can't be there, can cause cross leaks and stuff like that. So I'll get this slide out of here. Come on. There we go. Of course, you're going to have your pin. This is a little bit different than your 4L60Es. The spring's made on the end of it. I don't see any wear or anything like that. Now on your 4L60E, the spring just falls down in there and you put your pin down in there, remember? Now we do have a lot of metal on the slide. Look at this. I see converter failure.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm talking about, guys? The number one killer on these trannies is the converter. Now if you look here, here we got metal here too. Well, you know the metal didn't come through the filter. The filter was filtering, it's plugged up.
Right.
So the only way you're going to get metal in here is physically out of the converter.
Gotcha.
The pump ain't trashed to make metal like this. The only where that stuff's coming from is physically out of the converter itself. So that's why we're going to put a billet converter in here. I mean, these big old trucks that these guys drive and tow all this weight and all that type of stuff, I mean, they don't need stock units at all. They need somebody that knows how to build them. That way they can build them a really nice unit. But that don't mean it needs to be assembly line. I mean, these trannies here need to be one-on-one like me to build this. That way it's done right. And it's just a lot of attention paid to it when you assemble it back together. So here we go. We're going to take this apart here. Now this here is your third, fifth, and reverse clutch. Excuse me. Got a little shaking going on here. Your third, fifth, and reverse clutch right here. Pretty shiny. Been working on it pretty hard. Now we're going to go back with a Z-Pack here. A Ray Bess's Z-Pack there. And then you come down here, you have your first, second, third, fourth clutch. Right here. Get that out there. They also make a Z-Pack here that we're going to go back with. So we're going to correct a lot of problems this whole unit has on clutch material and stuff like that. You can see this thing's been working. These old clutches have got a hard print on this steel right here. So they need some help. So we're going to put some more frictions in here and give them a little bit of help. So now we get down here. This is your Ford Planetary Assembly. We have your 456 Planetary Assembly. Pop that out like that real quick. This is just a really nice piece. Really nice. You want to look for any wear on these thrust washers. Same thing, any gear wobble, anything like that. So, get this out of here, and this bearing right here. You get down here, and you got your 456 clutch. I'll get that dude out of there.
Smaller?
I gotta pull. I don't have a hook. Yeah, there's my hook one.
Your hook.
See my little hook, guys? That little jewel makes a big difference. You can grab these clutches out of here. Now this is your 456 clutch right here. Little bitty clutch. Starting to take a little bit of load. Look at that old clutch starting to turn color. Okay. A little bit of wear going on here. Got your sun gear shelves here. Look for any wear. Type of bushing wear, bearing wear. GM's still using them really soft bushings. You see here we're starting to really take that one out right there. See it?
Oh, hold on.
See that bushing down there?
Turn it.
Now these people, they tow a ton of weight.
Right there.
See that bushing's almost totally gone. We're going to go back with all brass bushings. A lot harder bushing. That'll keep that from happening. I'll try to look, see here too. This one hasn't worn on one side like that other one has. But that one there's just definitely worn on one side. Get your hub here. Of course, you want to look at your shell here too. Any type of bushing wear, especially down through here. This bushing right here is always known for really wearing bad. That's that one that's crooked in there. So that tells you that this thing's been doing a lot of wobbling.
Right.
So get that over there. Now we got our 2/6 clutch coming out. And we got our pliers to get it out, maybe. Let me dump this oil out of here so I can get two things.
Get out the way.
There it is. Okay, you take these big old things down in here like this. You stick it in the hole and you grab that dude like that. Take that out of there because that thing is a bad dude. Okay. There it is, guys.
Here, hold on.
Whew.
Smile.
That's what it takes to get that snap ring out of there. So you got to have that. That's to do it. We got special tools to just to line the pump system up. And we got special tools to set all the depth, install all the ceiling rings, ceiling ring sizes, and all that type of stuff. So it takes a lot to put this unit together. Okay. Now we got our 2/6 clutch here. Starting to get quite a bit of wear. Ain't trashed, but it's starting to get a lot of wear. And then we have our low reverse clutch in the bottom back here with our low reverse sprag assembly. Just a lot of wear on these clutch plates and stuff, so a lot of bushing wear. So you got your sprag assembly here. A lot of bushing wear all through this unit. Yeah, it's just the weight these people pull and stuff like that. The stock unit's just not going to hold up for this thing. So now here's our rear planetary assembly. This is what you got to really look at close because this thing is high dollar. You want to look for any type of wear on the bearings, bushings, anything like that. This thing is massive. You can just see. If this thing went out and destroyed itself, this is where all your money's going right here. So, pretty cool tranny, huh, guys? 6-speed, 6L80, 6L90. Pretty cool tranny. I like doing them a lot. So we're going to get this thing back together with a lot of performance parts and stuff like that. Get rid of that stock converter. #1 killer right there. I don't know why GM hasn't replaced that and did something different, but we're going to. So we're going to get this thing back together for him. If y'all need anything, give us Hart Precision Transmissions. Y'all have an awesome day.